discussing a push-up form breakdown today. So within our push-ups, there's two things that you really want to address. A lot of the times we see people overutilizing the traps. So as we're lowering into the push-up, those shoulders creep up by the ears. We want to think shoulders down and back, lowering the body under control, and not overutilizing our traps. The second thing we see is a lot of dipping into the low back and pelvis as people are moving through their range of motion. So you'll see this sometimes in a modified position where we want to think ribs in, core nice and tight. This is a good position here. Bad position would be dropping that pelvis down. Same thing here, if the toes are curled, knees are lifted, core nice and tight, everything's in line. We don't want to have the pelvis dipping. I like to think about the chest, belly, and thighs touching the floor at the same time as I'm lowering down to the ground. Now again, in a regular strength push-up, sometimes we're not lowering all the way to the ground. However, if you're doing your yoga push-up, you might be lowering to the ground to then transition into a cobra position. Within our push-ups, again, we want to think about the setup. So shoulders are going to be directly over top of the wrist, walking the legs back, core nice and tight. In a yoga push-up, the elbows are going to come straight back by the body. And in a strength push-up, you're going to see them come out at a more of a 45-degree angle. We never, ever, ever want a chicken wing and bring the arms out to the side. That puts a ton of strain and stress in the shoulder. So you can kind of play again in about that 45-degree angle to see what works best for you, your shoulders. Big things, keep the core tight, keep the neck relaxed, and use the knees as needed to focus on your form.